Wait for the video to start kicking in here. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Snap Vegan. We're eating on the cheap. Doesn't have to kill you. I'm Cathy. And as promised, I had my annual physical today. And the lab results are in. So, did all that cheating do me in? Hey, Mary. Here's my lab results. Can you see it? Is it blurry? You can't see it. Hey, Mary Cat. Okay, so here we go. My sodium was 141, normal. Potassium, 4.3, normal. Chloride, 104, normal. Carbon dioxide, 25, normal. BUN was 9. Creatinine is 1.04. The high range is 1.02, so 2/100ths of a point off. She ain't sweating it. Let me drink more water. My EGFR is 57.9. Come on. Come on. How you doing? Austin wanted in. Glucose 91, normal. Calcium 9.4, normal. Anion gap is 12, normal. My bone creatinine ratio is 9, which is like 1 point low, but she says she don't look at that. She looks at the individual numbers. I'm good. Just drink more water. A1C 5.6. I'm good. My blood pressure was 115/80. Let's see if they wrote that down here somewhere. Yep, here it is. Blood pressure was, I got terrible lighting in here, sorry. Blood pressure was 115/80. What else? They said I was 5'4". What? She said all those years you might have thought you was 5'7", but but they actually measured me today. 5'4". I don't know. Anyway, I weighed 272.7 pounds. Okay. Let me go through the rest of this. That's just, they lie. I'm tall. Everybody knows that. Not. Okay, so I am due for a repeat DEXA scan in May of 2020. Big letters here. You are due for a colonoscopy, overdue for a colonoscopy. So they're scheduling that and they're supposed to call me back. I have to drink 100 ounces of water a day, which is 6 water bottles. Fasting lipid profile file prior to the 1-year office visit next time. Follow up in a year for physical exam as needed. That's it. I'm good. So, internally speaking, I'm good. And she said she wanted me to go back to the orthopedic office and get the shoulder. Oh, had a B12 shot today. And go back to the orthopedic office and have them look at the shoulder and hand again, and my left hip and my right foot, because she told me after you go there and get that rechecked, we're going to really, really, really knuckle down on knocking this weight off. And, I'd lost weight since the last time I saw her, but we were planning on 20 pounds, not 10. Uh, so, anyhow, uh, but so we gotta get working on that. And so she wants me to, with the exception of sweet potatoes, I need to ixnay all the carbs. No rice, no brown rice, no, just sweet potatoes can be my only carb. And she wants me to double up on the dark green vegetables, and I can do everything else I need to do, vegetable wise. But no potatoes, no rice, no noodles, pasta, whatever. I'm like, all right. I'm not a pasta eater anyway, really. Not much of one. And here lately, I haven't even had potatoes, so maybe once a week. Of course, I've been in the middle of this move, so um, that's that. And then they got me set up on a regular schedule for my B12 shots once a month to come on in and start getting them again, because I keep forgetting to take my B12. And although, all my levels and stuff like that, everything is good, she wants me to stay on the B12. So, because I'm plant-based. Okay. Vitamin D was good. I had been outside. I've even got a little bit of a tan, not much, but a little bit. She told me to watch that, wear sunscreen. Oh, yeah, I know. But I'm only out long enough to walk Austin a little bit, and that's about it. Then me and Patty went to the store she needed some groceries. She went with me to the doctor. I thought I had $19 on my food stamps. I only had 12. But anyway, that was embarrassing to get up to the checkout and have to put stuff back. But I haven't heard back from them yet. They are going to cut my food stamps, and it's going to be effective this month because I reported it last month. But they haven't sent me a letter telling me what that's going to look like yet. So I can't, when I do get them on the 7th or the 9th, it's either the 7th or the 9th. I can never remember. It will be less than I'm used to having. And so we'll see how it shakes out. So I'm going to, senior pack program's changing a little bit. I was told today that, those bags that they pre-bag for you, they're not doing that anymore because they said it was all junk food. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. I could tell them we need soy milk or almond milk or things that, you got to remember, a lot of seniors are lactose intolerant. They can't, So a lot of people were complaining about the things that they were handing out weren't healthy for seniors, and I agree. I said, I'm there for the produce. That's what I'm there for. So, yeah. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. It's been a really long day. So that's about all I know about, and that is the senior pack program's changing. I'm overdue for a colonoscopy, and we'll have one within the next month. I have to get a mammogram, and what else? Everything's good. All blood work's good. I gotta go back to my orthopedic guy and get a recheck. I hope they don't do to you what they did to Patty. What did they do to Patty? Patty had a good colonoscopy. I was there with her. I think I posted that video even on Old People Problems channel. Oh yeah, Mary Cat. They're going to do that with food stamps. They do that because now that we get a break in the rent, we don't need a rental consideration. So yeah, they're going to do it. it's going to happen. They will be reduced, yes, indeed. And of course, she only had to pay 10% of her income as rent. So hers went down from $192 a month, I believe, to like $51 a month in food stamps. I only get 100 and I think it's 100. Only got 121 for like 1 month because I'd send them in a new lease. It showed my lease was higher, rent was higher, and then I moved in here, and so had some new lease. So I'm I know they're going to do it. So I just need to wait and see how much because this month I have to pay like the double electric bill and I have to pay double car insurance bill because I changed addresses. They canceled my policy. I called them like, "What are you doing?" And they said that that was an accident. But they sent me an $11 refund, which was only my renter's insurance. But so I have to pay 2 months of car insurance and renter's insurance. And now, well, I wasn't planning on that. So yeah, it's going to be another tight month. But like I said, I said before, September it'll settle down, and I'll know more about what's going to be regular and what's not going to be regular. But yes, we'll be able to get your pantry stuff. I'll be able to get the senior pack produce every other week, but you know the CSFP program. I had that actually delivered to me today because the elevator's down again in my building, or it was. They got it fixed again today. But the elevator went out twice in 2 days' time here, yesterday and the day before, again. So we got that fixed right away, supposedly. And, but the CSFP people delivered to me today, and that was 2 grocery bags full of stuff. But only thing I could keep out of it was I kept grape juice, and I kept a can of green beans, and I gave the rest away because I had plenty of canned fruit. I had plenty of beans. They had salmon in it, canned salmon, canned tuna. So I gave it all away, paid it forward, which is good. Other people were able to benefit from that. But the CSFP program isn't proving to be beneficial for me to stay on. I get more benefit from the senior pack program where I can get the fresh produce. So I can't, like, I get paid Friday, but like I said, I got to pay, take care of all the double bills from moving one place to another. And I have to just be still and see what else is going to happen until the 7th when I find out, or 9th. I think it's the 7th. When I find out how much my food stamps are going to be. So just have to kind of stay calm. I do have to fill up my car, and I do have to buy toilet paper, and I do have to get Austin's probiotics, or he'll be barfing all over the place. That's only, his probiotics are only like $6, so that ain't no big deal. But got to have TP for my bumhole. My veteran thing, that is, I got 3 100-pound vouchers left. I have plenty of canned food, so I don't want to go take away from other people and I don't want to burn through a veteran's voucher if I don't need to have it. Because you get a bunch of canned food. I don't need canned food. I need fresh food. I need vegetables. Sweet potatoes and broccoli and all the stuff we keep in our fridge. That I basically had to pay for twice last time with y'all's help. Thank you very much. But, that's kind of how it goes. That's what the veteran thing is. I don't want to burn through it. Like I said, I got plenty of canned vegetables. I'm needing produce. So that's all I think I have. Internally, all my gears are working. I have no cholesterol. I have, or, no more car. I have no more swishing in my, they call it a brewy, but it's called BRUIT. It's a brewy. I don't have any more of that. I didn't have any palpitations. Everything's good. Blood pressure's good. Blood levels are good. Just have to drink more water. Hey, Michael Murphy. Stock mine too. It's tasty. So, that's basically what that's all about. And everything's good. And anybody have any questions? I reported Michael. He's out of here. So, that's what I was doing, reporting Michael. So what's going on with you guys? How's your weather where you're at? Everything good? It's kind of warm here. A little breezy, but warm. Everybody doing okay? Patty's doing good. She went with me to the doctor today. She looked really nice. She had on a little dress. I've got on a dress. It's kind of crazy how we both ended up wearing dresses today, but yeah, she's doing good. She's doing good. And I don't know when her next appointment is. She hadn't told me yet, but when she goes to the doctor, I go with her so I can report to you guys how she's doing and everything. But she seems to be doing just fine. And as usual, the nurses got a kick out of me and her being there today, especially the ones that are new and hadn't met her yet. Yeah, I'm drinking Mountain Dew. I got a good bill of health, so why not? Um, Come to find out, one of the nurses' mother-in-law died from breast cancer. Same kind of Patty had, and she was like HER2 positive too. So they spent some time chatting. But yeah, Patty's doing really good. She's doing good, and I'll let her know you think about her. Prayers up, please, for my friend Joyce back home. She had to have go to UNC Chapel Hill Hospital today, and they had to identify and explore a cardiac blockage. And she said on Facebook today that she was going back to the study house. I don't know what that is, but they didn't find any blockage. So they're like puzzled as to what's going on. So they're going to be finding out more about her later. And so that's my friend Joyce back home. Please send up prayers for her. And if you today can help a neighbor, that would be a wonderful thing to do. One little random act of kindness can change somebody's day around, especially yours. I know I feel good when I do it. I know you feel good when you do it too. It seems like those who are in charge of the elevator would be cheaper to replace. Yeah, I think that's being discussed. I'm not sure if it's cheaper to replace it because it's only 10 years old, but it does continue to have mechanical issues with people inside of it. So I've contacted the people I know, at least this time. Hey, Phil, good. I'm glad you had a big meal. That sounds comforting. Comfort food. But yeah, I at least this time it didn't take them a month to fix the elevator. Only took them a day and a half. So that's really good news, and let's hope it sticks. And uh, I tell you, there's a lot of people up here taking dialysis on this floor, and they have to, they have to leave out of here every day or every other day. And my neighbor that lives across the hall from me, she was out for dialysis when the elevator went down. And they had to call the fire department to come after her dialysis was over to lift her up in the wheelchair and carry her upstairs to her floor so she could get in her apartment. So it's hard to hear that when people before I got here, that this elevator would go down like 4 times a year for the last 4 or 5 years. And there's seniors up here. Everybody's here is senior or disabled. Some are on oxygen, and they need the elevator. So it's the only elevator. And so when it doesn't work, they're basically trapped upstairs. So let's send out some good vibes to make sure to keep that elevator in good working order, and hopefully it'll stay that way for a while. And also, hopefully, they're going to look into replacing it. Now, I'm not a mechanical, technical kind of person, but I would imagine if they do decide to replace it, we're going to be without an elevator for probably a week, I would guess. 5 business days to install an elevator. I'm not sure how they even have to do that. I don't know how it's done. But as long as they put one in that's in good working order, I would expect that everyone would be willing to, at least we'd have a heads up about it, instead of being surprised inside the elevator when it stops working. So, since I got good news on my exam today, I would appreciate a big thumbs up for this. I am cholesterol free. My A1C is good. Still only on, only 2 floors, Phil. Only 2 floors. It's 52 units here. And, but when you're in a wheelchair or you use one of those rollators, or you're in a cane and you're still hooked up and have tubes going, or oxygen. You have to carry oxygen around with you. 1 floor is quite the distance for someone having to do that on their own with no assistance. And a lot of people, I'm telling you, it's awful. There's a lot of people here whose families have just absolutely not, they don't visit. They don't come. They don't visit. Nothing. And of course, y'all know my situation. My son's in Colorado, and I talked to him on the phone the other day. He called. It was so good to hear from him. And we talk on Xbox. And so, I have that blessing that I'm able to talk to him that way. And he said he had his gallbladder out a couple of weeks ago, and I said, "Well, why didn't you tell me before you had it? I could have prayed for you or something before you started." He says, "I didn't want you to freak out." I said, "Son, I've had my gallbladder out. I could have probably just told you it ain't no big deal. All you need is a heating pad and sit still, lay still." He said, "That's exactly what I did, and I'm okay, Mom." I'm like, "All right." He's a grown man, 37 years old this year. God, where did time go? Where did the time go? I told him to cut it out already. He says, "No, I think I'll keep clocking in the years if you don't mind." Yeah, do that. You know what I mean, though. But so we got all good results today. Except I got to drink more water. Woo! A1C is 5.6, and that is a very good thing. So please thumbs up my video. I appreciate it very much. And I thumbs up you for being a subscriber and interested enough to come and listen to me talk today. And as soon as I can figure out the lighting thing, I'll do some cooking videos, because I still got I don't know, like six boxes to unpack. and 2 totes. Once I get all of that settled and the house set up and everything, and it may take me a while, it might take me a couple months, but I'll still be here talking to you in the meantime, and I will get back in the kitchen as soon as I can figure out what to do about that lighting. I did get, I went and got one of those under counter lights, but it protrudes. The lip of the cabinet is very, very small. I only have like this much lip under the counter, and those underside things are about that thick. So it protrudes from the cabinet, so it's not exactly hidden. And I saw that one had batteries. I could do rechargeable batteries to use, and you could dim it or make it higher. But I'll figure it out. I'll get it figured out, and then we can do some cooking videos. But for right now, I'm still trying to figure it out. So, I'm like, how is this gonna work? And I think too, that overhead light in my kitchen where I did the video from before is so bright. It's a clear glass globe. And I think if I just get a frosted one, that will help tremendously with, the big stark glare. So I want to run to Menards after I figure out what's going to happen here in July with my money. But right now it's looking like about $100 I'll have to spend for all of the month, after I fill up my card and get my toilet paper. But I think those globes aren't very expensive. I think it's going to be worth it just to get that stark glare out of there, so we can get back to the business here at St. Vigo. And since my doctor mentioned to me that I need to step up she said I needed to step up the movement, but she wanted me to get all this checked out first because I'm still having problems with my foot and my hip and my shoulder, and especially my hand. I am back to not being able to open jars again, y'all. It's just like a lightning bolt through my wrist, and he was supposed to fix that. So we're going to go back and let him know that maybe take another look. I might have hurt myself during the move with all the taping and lifting and whatever else. I don't know. We'll get it checked out. But she wants me to make an appointment like tomorrow, call and see when's the first time I can get in for those things. And I will. I'll go get that done, because they do have a treadmill downstairs here in our building, and they have an exercise bike, and they have weights. And I'm thinking, I can at least walk the treadmill. Because if I went to PT, that's what they'd have me doing anyway. I'd be on the bike, and then I'd be on the treadmill. And now that we know I don't have any heart problems, and I have sustained that for 2 years now, a year and a half, got to get to work. No excuses getting the weight. I got to get this weight off. And so I'm going to do what she says and do the no carb thing. I know plant-based, and I know all about Dr. McDougall, and a very nice lady from Ohio wrote me a very nice letter of support. Said she had seen our YouTube channel here, and it was a very nice letter. And then she began to let me know about Dr. Greger and all the people we already know. And I do know all of them, and I think from my standpoint, I am closer to a Dr. Furman person, because I think high nutrition for me will benefit me. And I do recognize that Dr. McDougall has had so many successes with his program. But for me, potatoes aren't helping my cause. So I'm just going to try something else and see how it goes. And as soon as like I said, it costs money to do that. So got to just make sure I get the right groceries and do the right thing and eat as much fresh food as I can. I hope you'll join me in committing to eating fresher foods as much as possible so you can improve your health too. Hi, Michael Murphy. So thank you for watching, and I appreciate you all very much. You're going to be able to, um, uh, you're gonna, excuse me. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, Michael. You had to go. Um, I thought I took care of that beforehand, but I guess I didn't. But commit with me to eat a little better next week, and the next week eat a little bit better. And she reminded me too that, when we first started out, how they have these meatless Mondays. And I said, yeah. She says, I want you to do the opposite. Only eat meat on Mondays. And I guess, 2 years ago, that's kind of how it all started. I just kind of gradually made that shift. And it was very helpful. It was very helpful. And so now, maybe if I want to have a potato, I'll only do that on Monday. Or, but I asked her about sweet potatoes. I said, I practically live on sweet potatoes and broccoli. Those two, and kale. And the sweet potatoes and broccoli have every single thing anybody ever needs. She says sweet potatoes are the only, my doctor is plant-based. um, her name is Tammy Stinson. So sweet potatoes are the exception to the rule because of the nutrients that they have in them. But baked, baked or boiled, or steamed. Those are the rules for her. Baked, boiled, or steamed sweet potatoes, and no rice for me. And oatmeal is I don't know. I consider oatmeal a carb, but I like it and it's good for me otherwise for my heart. So I will occasionally still have oatmeal. But I have been on here for past 30 minutes now, 32 minutes. So I do want to, again, thank you. Sorry, I got sidetracked with Michael's comments. I apologize for that. And we will see you soon. And take care of yourselves. I love you to the moon and back. Thank you for your support. It was all good news today. That little yellow thing is my creatinine, and it was 104, which says high, but the high range is 102, and I'm only 200ths of 1 point over. So she's like, drink more water. I'm like, okay. So I have to drink 6 bottles of bottled water every day, 16.9 ounces, 16.9 fluid ounces, 6 of those a day. I already do 4. So I don't have much more to do. So yay. All right. Anybody else got a question? Who else is here? We see Mary and Mary Cat and Marantha and Phil. Nice to meet Phil. I don't think I've met Phil before. So welcome to the channel, Phil. Thank you for coming and stopping by. And I'm not seeing any more comments. So I'm going to say ta-ta for the night. And thank you all again so much. I apologize for the lighting. We're still working that out. It's going to take a little bit of time. It's going to take me saving some money somehow or another. And we'll get it squared away. Maybe I'll take my tablet out and do a video from the gazebo next time. That'll be fun. All right. Talk to y'all later. Thumbs up for my good doctor's report. And I will see you another time very, very soon. Bye now. Love you guys. Good people. You're good people.